Hello, my name is Vinsent Srbija, and today I will be introducing you to my program that has been made for the needs of maintaining service records by fiscal register repair companies. This program has been made for the Serbian market and is already in use in over 20 companies across Serbia and has been translated into English for the needs of foreign markets. As you can see, on the left side of the main menu, you can find the control buttons meant for accessing matrix data, and on the right side are the control buttons meant for data editing. Let's start with the repairer form. This form is very simple, and I'll be using it to explain the commands on all the forms in this program, since they follow the same basic structure. As you can see, there are only two data entry fields here: first and last name and personal ID, followed by 4 navigation and 4 command buttons. The navigation buttons include the standard forward, backwards, first and last record movements, and attempting to move past the first or last record will trigger an error message that prevents you from further movement. The 4 command buttons include new record, delete this record, save, and exit. These commands can also be accessed by right-clicking on a desired record. Let's move on to the manufacturer's form. On the left side are fields meant for entering the manufacturer's information, and on the right side you can enter the information about the model in question. This form can also be navigated through using the navigation buttons. The licenses form is basically a combination of the previous two, where a certain manufacturer is assigned a certain repair person and their license for repairing the company's fiscal devices. Now, any repair person can correspond to multiple manufacturers, and any manufacturer can correspond to multiple repair people. A new record can be created by simply filling out a drop-down menu and entering the license or seal of approval and the date of the record's creation. It can be saved either by clicking on the icon on the left side of the record, by using the command button for saving, or simply by moving to a different record. It will save automatically. Once a repair person has been linked to a certain manufacturer, or vice versa, neither of them can be removed from their respective forms, thus ensuring the referential integrity of the data. As you can see, attempting to do this will trigger an error message that indicates that the data you're trying to delete has been linked. Moving on to the customer's form. This form includes all the information regarding the customers of the repair company. This form is unique as it has defined command button, which allows you to search through the records using either a partial or full name of the customer you wish to find. As you can see, using this option will render only the records that satisfy the criteria you entered visible, which is why a clear selection button has been added. Clicking on this button will reset the search and display all of the records. The municipality form is filled out using public databases, so there isn't really much to say about it. The reasons for defiscalization can easily be entered and will later appear in wanted documents. The personal data of the company form contains all the information regarding your company and the tax administration office you subscribe to. This information will automatically appear in certain forms, so you don't have to re-enter them every time. Moving on to the data editing menu, we have a service book form and a fiscal deadline form. Let's start with the service book form. As you can see, this form looks pretty complex, but it's not as complicated as you might think. It contains all the matrix data taken from the other forms you previously filled in. It contains the serial number of the contract, the manufacturer, model, and identification number of the cash register, the identity and information of the user, their name, address, municipality, etc. All this information will also be displayed on the upper right side of the form, which is read-only, but it follows the edits you make. Now, the fiscalization field works as follows. When a service is conducted, a fiscalization is done. And in exactly 365 days, it will have to be done again. Creating a new record is very simple. First, let's enter a number of the contract in question. Then select a manufacturer. The drop-down menu below will automatically be filled out from the records previously created, and it is important to fill out the ID number of the fiscal register. The ID number must contain 2 letters and 6 numbers. If you enter anything with a different format, it will trigger an error message. The customer drop-down menu will also be filled out from the records you've previously filled out. and it will automatically fill out most of the fields below. On the upper right side of the form, as you can see, there will be created a separate record of the mother company, which is read-only, while any data that has automatically been filled out on the left side can be edited if needed. The creation date will automatically be assigned based on the date this record has been created. The service field will be filled out with the name of your company, and the tax administration likewise with the tax administration office you subscribe to. You will need to fill out another drop-down menu, the repair drop-down menu, which will list all the repairers that have a license for repairing the fiscal unit in question. By clicking on the inactive button, you will render the cash register inactive. Thus, the fiscalization will not be reconducted 1 year after the repair. Now, the operation request and documents command buttons will not be explained for the purposes of this presentation, as they have been filled out with the forms issued out by the Republic of Serbia and the companies operating in Serbia. They will be custom made for the needs of any foreign company. This form also contains a navigation menu, which will allow you to search through the previously created records by entering a certain criteria. Now you can select the status of the installation, either active, inactive, or all of them, the manufacturer, customer, the name of the installation, the ID number of the register, and the contract number. Just like previously, this will only render the records which satisfy the criteria you entered visible. And again, you will have an option to clear the selection, rendering visible all of the records.